beautiful? She's beautiful. She's definitely my rock. You know, Corbin likes to call me the rock, right? But she is my rock. You know, if it wasn't for Natalie, I wouldn't be the man that I strive to be, and I wouldn't be the man that God has allowed me to be up to this point in my life. But just a little bit to hit on what Natalie said. We've been in practice for almost 10 years. And you know, from the outside looking in, right, you can't ever judge a book by its cover. People might look at us from the outside looking in and say, man, that family, they just have everything that, you know, that we would want in life, or they, you know, such a wonderful life that they have. But you never really know the battles that each of us individuals are going through. You never know from the outside looking in what's really in that person's heart and what's in that person's mind. And I will tell you that even though maybe a lot of people looked at us from the outside looking at us, wow, they have it all. We really, these last 3 years of our life, after 10 years of practice, we were unfulfilled. We didn't know that we were unfulfilled. But I did know that I have been praying. Man, when I say unfulfilled, we love touching and blessing the people that we do in the office, and we intend to help them physically. But when you know, I've been doing this for 8, 9, 10 years, and I've missed so much time away from the house. And these last 2 to 3 years of our lives, an unfulfillment started to set into me, and it became almost a barrier between Natalie and I because it changed who I was, because I was starting to become an unhappy person.
Well, I brought you a tissue.
Thank you. She knows me. Told you she's my rock. And so the last 3 years I've been asking silently to God, how can we expand upon the lifestyle that we provided for our children? But how can I also do that in a way that's not going to take more time away from the house? Because the 13 and the 2 10-year-olds that we do have, I've missed a lot of their first 10 years of their life because of the struggle and how hard it is to build what we've actually been able to build by the blessings of God and hard work and perseverance. But how can I create more time at home but not lose the level of lifestyle that we've become accustomed to? How can I also not only touch people physically like we've intended to do for the last 10 years, but how can we, there's more to that. There's more to life than that. How can we touch people spiritually and financially and socially and physically, right? And so I did not know, I've been banging my head against the wall. That's why it's so big. It's really not swollen, it's just this big, okay? Right? It's like weeble wobble up here, but you know, I was banging my head against the wall because I did not have an answer. And I was beginning to resign myself to the fact that I'm just gonna be at the office until 8 or 9 p.m. every night. And when I get home, I'm gonna kiss my kids after they're already in bed, and I'm gonna do the same thing the next day. I did not know that when Ricky and Francois Zudermeyer, who we love like a brother and sister now, I can't say enough good things about those 2 individuals, and they are our leaders. But when Ricky called me in December and he said, Eric, you've got to look at this thing, okay? Because this is going to be the best opportunity of your life. I said, Ricky, don't tell me that, okay? Because, you know, to a degree, our life is pretty darn good, right? We're doing okay. But don't tell me that. Don't tell me that we've never done direct sales before, not because of a lack of opportunity, okay? But to be honest with you, I knew that some of the products out in these companies were pretty darn good. I've used some of them, but I didn't really have any idea that the business side actually worked. And so I've always said no to direct sales opportunities for 10 years. So when Ricky said, this direct sale opportunity is going to be the best opportunity of your life, don't tell me that, brother. But I believed about 75% of what he said because I knew what kind of godly man he was, and he deserved that 75%. But that 25%, I didn't trust, okay? Well, I will tell you guys that after 4 months, or 5 months now, all of the answers that we have been praying to God for these last 2 to 3 years have been answered to us by God through Ricky and Francois and Dallin and Carrie, the founders that we have. All of our wants, our needs, and our dreams have been answered in the form of a direct sales company, okay? In the first 5 months of this, I have been able to walk away from the one practice that I was 70% physical presence at last year. And there's one of my wives. Now I'm back home. Now we're touching people, but now we're also touching people spiritually, socially, financially, and physically. And so my wants and my needs have been answered by this great opportunity that is Vasayo. And I also want you to know, guys, that we, Natalie and myself, did not become diamonds, which we are so humbled by that rank. And to be honest with you, we don't really fully understand the depth of what that means. But here's what we do know. Here's why it's so important to me. Because we didn't get into this because of monetary reasons. We got into this because of personal, spiritual reasons.
Yeah.
And all of those people that we've reached our hands out to in these last 5 months, that have said yes to us, that put their faith in us, like Ricky and Francois put their faith in us. If we're a diamond in this company, that means those individuals that we reached our hands out to and said, this can change your life too, it's beginning to change their lives, because without the diamond rank is nothing more than a reflection of our whole organization. And without those individuals in our organization, I would not be the diamond that we would not be the diamond that we are. And if we're able to receive a nice return of income in this, which is great, that's just icing on the cake, then I know their lives are being changed too, and that is what it is all about. That is what it is all about. This is about people helping people. Okay? It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about Natalie. It's about people helping people. And if you have in your heart that you want to help people, there's no way that you won't be successful in this. Because when you can be the vessel from those individuals that you're around, when you can be that liposome, right? That you can be that liposome for them and bring them up to a higher rate of a higher level of success and absorption of life, that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing. I will tell you this as well. When the first couple of weeks when I went over to Ricky and Francois, I did not know any of this was going to happen, guys. But I know why now. I know why it's happening now. And that is amazing. But when I went over to Ricky and Francois' house the first couple of weeks, and I didn't know I was going to be a speaker, but they asked me to get in front of the room and speak, and I did very nervously. That was like 100 people, now we have 7,000, right? But when I was standing up there and speaking the first week, I looked around, and I'm always having conversations with myself like I am right now when I'm speaking to you guys, right? And while I'm speaking, I'm looking around the room and I'm observing, and I'm like, wow, if a person has a spouse, they're with them here. Or if a person has any type of partner in their life, they're with them here. My spouse was not with me. And I didn't fully realize at the time how powerful or what that meant, or how that was holding me back. Moved forward to the next week, went back to Ricky and Francois. I got up and spoke again, and I looked around and saw the same amazing thing. I did not know that this industry brought families together like it does, but that's what it does. I didn't know that. Our family was not apart, but we were a barrier between us. So when I got up there and spoke that second time, it hit me. I need Natalie. I needed my support system, because if I'm going to make myself uncomfortable, if I'm going to do something that we don't really need to do monetarily, which I say very humbly, but we want to do, and it's something that I've never done, I'm going to go out there and make myself uncomfortable. Half the people that know me and love me are going to tell me I'm crazy. I don't care what they think, because I care what we are doing for people, right? Well, then if I'm going to put myself in that uncomfortable environment, then I need my rock right here. I need my support. I need my support, and it's soon. So I went back home after that meeting, and I said, Natalie, I don't care what we have to do with the kids or for the babysitter, but you're coming with me next week, because I want you to see what is happening here, because this is so much more than a direct sales company. So much more than a direct sales company. People's lives are changing. She came with me that next week. As I was up there speaking, she looked me and we made eye contact. And at that time, the love and the feeling of pride that I felt through her eyes into my eyes told me, God told me, that this is where we're supposed to be. This is our calling. We were designed by this. I'm a great chiropractor. And God, great chiropractors, you don't choose chiropractic. God chooses you. Okay? Well, that is definitely how this industry works. To be successful in this, it is a God thing. And if you do not put God first in this or your higher power, you are not going to be successful in this. Okay? So I will tell you guys, you know, we hear a lot of people think that we became diamonds because we're a doctor, or I'm a doctor. The doctor title had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the rank that we've been able to achieve, other than the fact that I don't need the doctor title. I'm proud and humbled that I've worked hard enough to earn it, but I don't need it, right? It doesn't make me who I am. It's just a title. But what it does is it gives me an influence, a positive influence on people's lives. That maybe I think, you know, they'll put their trust into me, you know, a little bit more into this because of that DR title, okay? But I will tell you that 98% of the return in this, guys, has not come from the products itself being in our office and me being a doctor. It's from us sacrificing our time because it's not about us, it's about other people. It's about growing, forcing ourselves to learn, making ourselves uncomfortable, because if we're in a state of comfort, we don't grow. We don't grow from a state of comfort. We only grow as human beings when we're uncomfortable. So you have to make yourself uncomfortable. Because if you don't, you're not going to. I didn't know that I had so much self-growth to do. I thought that I was done growing. So egg on my face, guys. Because I have changed so much spiritually, so much socially in these last 5 months, because the mission statement of this company is actually working on me as well as it does for every individual. It's about people helping people, reaching your hand out to them, not because I'm a doctor. And if you help enough people, there's no way that we won't be successful as one. So I will leave you guys with this. You know, there's 3 words that we hear a lot in this industry, well, that I've heard a lot in these last 5 months, right? Because I've never been in the industry before. But it's regret, it's fear, and it's faith. Well, Lord knows I have tons of regrets in my life, and I think that most of us do. And if you tell yourself you don't, then you're not being honest with yourself, because we're all human. He's the only perfect one. Okay? But regret makes you do nothing but look behind him. Well, when I look behind in my life, there's nothing good back there. I know I didn't come from much. And any regrets that we have that are behind us, they're behind us. That's why they're regrets. They have no effect on the future of our life. But the whole time that we're looking back in regret, other individuals are looking up in faith and they're continuing to move forward. And you're going to be past because you're spending your time looking back there. Nothing good back there. We're going this way. Fear. Fear does nothing but make you look around. Like, oh my gosh, why is Dr. Eric and Miss Natalie signing up all these people? Oh, how are they doing this? Well, why did this happen today? I don't know if I can do that. Guys, the whole time you're looking left and right, guess what? We're still moving forward. So regret makes you look back. Fear makes you look around. Faith makes you look up. And faith makes you look up, guys. And as long as we're looking up, we're moving forward. As long as we're looking up, we're blessing people. All right? As long as we're looking up, life is not in our control, it's in God's, and you will find that higher power, you will find your meaning, but you have to be open and ready for it, and you have to be ready to accept it. Okay? So faith makes you look up, guys, and you better continue to look up, because that's where we, as Vasayo, are going straight to the top. I love the fact that we are number 2 so far in that gentleman's article, and I love the fact that Carrie and Dallin liked that it matches number, the V in number 2. But guys, I want to be number 1. And as long as we continue to hold hands together, as long as we continue to believe in each other, as long as you pick me up when I have a bad day and I do the same for you, then there's no way that we will not continue to rise to the top, change people's lives, and create a life not only for you, but all of those individuals around you that you know and love. Bring them up out of their struggles, bring them up to a higher power. Success is not fun when you do it alone. It's lonely at the top. I want to bring people with me, and that is what we are doing. Keep looking up in faith, don't look back in regret, and stop looking around in fear, because you're not going anywhere with that. So I would just like to say, guys, we are so honored and humbled and blessed to be here in front of you. We didn't know that all of this was going to happen in November and December, but when Ricky told me it was the best opportunity of my life, he's proven himself, Ricky and Francois have proven themselves to be true to us. And all we are asking each of the individuals in here is for us to, for you to allow us that same opportunity to believe in you before you believe in yourself. And we're going to hold your hand and bring you with us, and we're going to change the world. We're going to change our community. We're going to change our states. Then we're going to change the country, and then we're going to change the whole world. And that is where I want to go. That is what I want to do. That is what we want to share with people. And all we're asking is for you to give us that opportunity to share this blessing with you. And if you allow us that opportunity, we will share it with you, and we will make sure that you don't fall behind, and we will make sure that this changes your life just like it has ours.
That's right.
Dallin's getting a little angry at me right now. I went over a little bit of time, but I very respectfully. We are very humbled to be here, guys. We love you. God bless you. We're family here. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what color the skin you are, or what the color of your skin is, what socioeconomic class you come from. It does not matter. We're all one here. We're bringing people together, changing people's lives, physically, financially, socially, and emotionally. Right? And we want you guys to come with us. You guys are sitting on, we are at the beginning of something that we don't even know what's about to happen. But as long as we hold hands together, we're going to make sure that we are successful and we never stop rising to the top. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, Dallin and Carrie, and the other founders. We love you, and we are going to make you proud. Thank you for this opportunity.